After things didn't work out for me to move to California, I moved to British Columbia instead. I couldn't go back to Toronto. I just can't live without nature. I've been getting really tired of moving so much. I love having variety, but I'm a slow traveler. I need to ground. So I chose this small town in BC. It's funny. I painted nearly every room I've ever lived in white, because it makes me happy. But every time I paint my room white, I somehow end up leaving it. And this was no exception, since I was asked to do a video exchange for my yoga teacher training in November. We start our day at 7:30 a.m. with a 2-hour practice, and our practices have varied greatly depending on how we were all feeling. Danya, the lead facilitator, catered each of the 4 weeks according to the elements, from earth to water to air then fire. It's been so healing having a dedicated practice every morning. Honestly, this training wouldn't have been what it was without Eugenia. She was our master chef, cooking every single meal with the most loving maternal energy. She gave us sustenance and life when we were pulling ourselves through the trenches with the most extraordinary vegetarian meals. This training has been so different in comparison to my last one. I feel like we've been so spoiled by convenience, from Wi-Fi to home-cooked meals, but now it feels necessary when I think about all the training and information we've been retaining. But this has been the greatest part. The cenote, 3 minutes away from the house. Did you know that community increases your lifespan? This training has become yet another confirmation of how much I need community for my general happiness. Yes, alone time is necessary, but we are social creatures. We thrive one in community with others. And if it wasn't hard enough, we all got hit with a stomach bug that first week, liquid shooting out of both ends. Luckily only for a couple of days, but ultimately, it brought us closer.
Okay.
What would you do with something like that? How do you see this? I was at a festival a couple years ago, and I was volunteering, and this chef in particular, he was having a bad day, and I could tell that there was a lot of still trauma responses in terms of how he was communicating with me, because cooks can be pretty intense and rigid and very toxic in terms of like do it boom boom boom, like really rude. He was acting that way towards me, and I was so sensitive that it reached a breaking point where I'm like it was so mean. I was like I started to freak out, entering like a state of panic. I was with my partner and I was like feeling my breathing going heavier and more intense. He's been prepped. When I have an anxiety attack, you just look at me and you just breathe. Don't tell me what to do, you just breathe with me and be my rhythm. And so he was holding me freaking out and I was like started to breathe heavier and heavier and heavier, and people around me were freaking out, being like, what do we do? And I'm like, let it happen, just let me be, let me do the thing. My body knows what to do. And then I got the crab hands and I reached that peak point until I was just in such a fully relaxed, blissed out state. I'm like, holy shit. My body just did full-on breath work for me. That was the most intense thing, but I'm so happy it happened because it showed me the wisdom that the body holds.
We'll come back to the breath. We'll keep it with outside the most people there for exactly
Hi everybody, this is week 2 of doing this yoga teacher training here in Tulum, Mexico, and I'm feeling really like sticky. Yesterday we were having a conversation about money and finances and the possibility of tree planting back home where I'm living currently in Canada, and how there's opportunities to make like upwards of like 30 grand in a couple of months if you're really good at the job of tree planting. It's this whole endeavor. But thinking about all the money that I owe like $30,000 in credit card debt, just totally being frank. Like, how else have I traveled this much? Let's be for real. Being in this mindset, like I've attracted opportunities and jobs here and there, but there's still a part of me that feels this deep-seated level of anxiety over the looming amount of debt and the interest that I have to pay for it. In true fashion, I'm gonna pull some tarot and do some journaling and some EFT to really get out of that lack of mentality and figure out whether I should go tree planting in April or if I should just continue to really spearhead this creative content journey and try to really find a way to find abundance through that. So, should I be focusing on content creation and my creative endeavors as a videographer and an editor, or should I take a leap and do some tree planting and just really try to get rid of all my debt in April? I'm the messenger, nothing less, nothing more. I'm gonna take what resonates and I'm gonna leave what doesn't. Okay. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Justice. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. I don't necessarily decipher the exact description of each card. I try to embody what story is trying to be told through the cards. So first off, I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which is telling me that everything that's meant to happen will happen exactly as it needs to. Fate is really in alignment for me in a lot of what I do in my life. Like, I really think that I have free will. Girl, I don't. Life is gonna happen for me, not to me, for me. But at the same time, it's like putting myself in a position of freedom by just tackling all my debt. There's resistance within me as I'm saying that. So now I see the 2 of Pentacles, which is telling me, where do I find equilibrium, balance within my body? What feels right? Where do I feel proper? On one hand, going all gung-ho about my creative pursuits as a videographer feels a little bit sticky, but at the same time, it feels empowering. If I do this tree planting job and really go for it for 2-3 months, it would be a lot of work, but then it would mean all that debt is tackled. But then there's another part of me that's like, yeah, you're gonna have debt no matter what. You have this propensity to spend money, take care of yourself the way that you do because you have such a high Taurus rising, like to spoil myself kind of energy. So it's like no matter what ends up happening, there's always going to be that balance that you're going to have to strike. Choose your heart, essentially. Are you going to choose that physicality of hardness and difficulty of 2 months of just fucking sending it? Or are you going to go ahead and put in the difficulty of needing to accomplish whatever you need to? And I think I'm choosing this. Justice, the right opportunities will find me. I have the support of others around me. Other opportunities. Ooh, I see Australia. It's gonna work out. It's gonna be fine. Knight of Pentacles, which is telling me that it's all gonna work out as it needs to. It's all gonna unfold. I do not need to do the tree planting job. Wow. I love tarot so much. It's so different from my other yoga teacher training because it's so bougie. This house is so beautiful, honestly. I'm gonna link the owner of the house below, Marisol, if you want to know more about this beautiful house and what she does in terms of retreats and other events happening here. I'm gonna sing a little song because I'm in the mood to sing a little song. hard. Don't you know just how I get quiet when there's no one? Processing. I just want to journal and write all of my feelings. But I think that journaling is a really important exercise to be able to uncover and unpack your past. It reminds me of this passage I read by Eckhart Tolle. Tell yourself the same story over and over and over again in order to mitigate the suffering or pain that it causes, but it's just another form of escapism. And I don't want to escape anymore. I just want to be here now. And the best way I know how is to sing. So let's do it. Me and my little pudge. Because I just ate some cookies because I deserve it. Deep inhale through the nose. And sigh on the exhale. I want you to tune into sound. What do you hear in the stillness?
Our act.
Vem, vem, carnaval chegou. Vem, carnaval chegou. Chegou na massa, chegou na praça, chegou. Chegou na massa, chegou na praça, chegou.
My name is Jeanne, and today we're going to be doing a slide on the cenote.
Eugenia prepared the most beautiful mole for us. It really felt like a family dinner gathered around the table like this. At this point, it was getting really hard to imagine going back to life without this every day. But I guess we'll just have to create it ourselves. Everything we want in life is already within us. We just need to create the reality we wish to experience. If I want community so bad, I can take it upon myself to create it first.
Oh, hey mama, oh Mali, oh hey mama, oh hey yo, oh hey yo. Away, away, away,